Hello, everybody, and welcome to Suddenly Saturday. We made it. Made it through the week. We're good to go. Today was a beautiful day, but it was really kind of this tired day. Even my husband said, I feel like we were supposed to go to some friend's house, and he's like, I feel lazy. And I'm like, me too. I can't wake up. So it was like this one of these lazy days where you just didn't want to do anything. You wanted to sleep or something. And I talked to my friend. She was the same way. And oh, I'm still yawning. So it's been a really lazy day. But if you have those days, just take it easy, take a nap. We still enjoyed our day. It was just a little more drawn back. So today is 3/9 of 2024, which takes it to a 20, which takes it to a 2. And we are going to read out of the Soul Helper Oracle what the 2 is, and then we are going to get into this. And I've got some information for everybody. Okay. The number 2 reveals that you are not alone with the issues on the card that you have drawn. Look for support from someone who will work through the issues with you, such as a friend or a teacher in the outside world. A harmonious environment and good advice from a wise heart are more crucial than ever for you now. Ensure that all forms of communication are calm and peaceful, even with yourself. Number 2 teaches that you need an opposite, another person, in order to help you to become self-aware and to grow. An energy field promotes self-awareness, groundedness, stability, and reflection. We've been getting a lot of cards that point to the ancestors. And my advice is to go to some ancestors and ask some questions, because the wise ones, they've been through it, they know. And that's where I'd go. That's where I'd start. Coffee and cards on a suddenly Saturday. Yes. With my soul family. What could be better? Now, I pulled my dream journal out. So I was going to talk about a little bit of things that I started dreaming about. I really don't talk a lot about my dreams. I haven't been dreaming as much as I used to, but I still do dream. But I started a dream journal back, I think it was like 2020, 2019. And on July 28th of 2021, I had a dream about military men on skidoos out in the water, and the skidoos were brown with Navy emblems on the sides. I thought of McHale's Navy, the sitcom. It came to mind. Well, when I had wrote this down in my dream journal, for some unknown reason, I kept going with numbers on this McHale's Navy and this dream. And I had wrote 13812 episodes, 4 seasons. And then I figured the numbers out in that, and it came to a 7. Why, I don't know. It was 1 plus 3 plus 8 plus 4 equals 16 equals 7. And then I have, it ran from 10/11/1962 to 4/12/1966, McHale's Navy. And I don't know why. Usually in a dream, I just write information down, but for some unknown reason in this dream, I went into detail about numbers. Now, 1966 was the year I was born. 38 was a number 11. It was 138 episodes. 29 was an 11. That would be the 4/12 of 1966 that I got. The dates that McHale's Navy, the seasons it was on, it was from 10/11/1962 to 4/12 of 1966. So you'd take the 10/11/1962, it was 38 and it came to an 11. And then the 4/12 of 1966, when it was over, it came to a 29, which was an 11. And I don't know why I did this calculation of numerology, but I did. There was a reason, I guess. The first series was 7 Against the Sea. It broadcasted on 4/3 of 1962. That's a 25, and it equals a 7. Sequel McHale's Navy joins the Air Force in 1965, and that was a 21, and I circled it. All these notes in this dream journal that I had took It was just really weird. So I started seeing glimpses of McHale's Navy. And then I was noticing things in the sky in July 28, um, where the sun was setting different and uh, things were, I was noticing when I was trying to take pictures. Um, This is something that I took note of on 7/29/2021. We are going through really weird times, time jumps. One day you look at the calendar and it says August 3rd is on a Wednesday, and the next day when I looked at the calendar, August 3rd was on a Tuesday. Really weird when you are noticing everything. I started really noticing everything in my dreams and in my waking moments. Okay. This was another dream, 7/31 of 2021. My dream put me into a hospital setting. I was working at the reception desk, and all of a sudden, armed military entered the building. They were looking for someone. They walked right past the desk with their guns ready. My instinct was to get out of the building. I got down on my hands and knees and crawled to the exit, and I was outside and felt safe. There was a girl that wanted to go in, and I held her back from going in the building. In the next scene, I was sitting in the grass with a group of people waiting to see the outcome of the military in the hospital. But outside, we were not in front of a hospital. We were sitting on the grass in front of my great grandma's house in Erie, Pennsylvania. Soon emerged the military and men with long black leather trench coats. It reminded me of the men in black. They were with the military and they brought a man out. They put him in an ambulance and they left. Um, the thing that I noticed about that dream the most is it felt like it was two timelines I was watching at the same time, because I was watching the military go into the hospital looking for a man, and then I escaped and I was in my grandmother's front yard in Erie, Pennsylvania, but I was looking at the hospital like a separate show. Like it was like I was watching two TV shows, and it was really a weird dream. And I remember that dream distinctly. I started dreaming about things that were happening around us, and I started seeing really strange things, but I kept track and I wrote them down. On 8/20 of 2021, I was enjoying my sunset swim. It was around 7 p.m. and the sun was just about gone, and I noticed a beautiful golden spot in the west part of the sky. As I was looking at it, it looked like I was looking at a baby in a womb, and then I seen a reddish pink spot. It was beating like a heart. I blinked a few times thinking my eyes were playing tricks on me, but they weren't. I could still see this reddish pink spot in the heart area in the golden spot, and it was beating as I watched it, till soon all that was visible was the beating heart. I cannot explain what I witnessed, but I heard rebirth. So I remember this day I was floating in the pool and I was watching the sunset. It was beautiful. And I was mesmerized by this because it literally looked like a beating heartbeat. And then as it went away, I remember hearing rebirth. And I knew that right then it was like the rebirth of our nation. And that was on 8/20 of 2021. Um, a lot of times I just did a lot of notes that probably didn't even mean anything, but to me at the time did. Um, I was having a lot of flying where I was perfect, like pearl white. On 9/16 of 2021, I went to bed early last night. I was excited to go to sleep and return to the place that I have been traveling to. It is total peace, knowing I am living in another timeline. Waking up in the morning, I was so tired I slept till 1:30. After drinking coffee, I was still tired, and by 2:30, I wanted to take a nap. But I pushed myself outside for a swim in the pool, and I felt better. All day, it felt very mellow and relaxing. The day went fast, but just flowed. Uh, yeah, there was a lot of things that were going on. At 10:05 of 2021, I took a nap today, and in my dream, I went back home to see my son. I always fly on my disc. We do not have to eat food. We just absorb the vitamins, nutrients, and minerals we need for the day. I seen that in a dream that we just look at something and we absorb it, and we don't have to chew with our mouth. We can for old time's sake, but there is so much that I was getting in my dreams, but there was one dream that really stood out to me, and I seen it and I wanted to tell you guys about it. I also seen a lot of strange things in the sky at that point. On 2/22 of 2022, uh, we've been seeing stuff like this in the sky. And I seen that one night, and I was making all kinds of notes about it. It was pretty crazy. Most of these were out of body experiences, you know, when you can't get back in your actual body that's laying in bed and has to go to the bathroom, and you're in dream journey looking for a bathroom and you can't find one because they're all dirty. Yeah, you're in astro travel. You are out of your body, and I did that a lot. I still do. My husband's kind of scared sometimes to wake me up because I'll be out of my body. Now this, I started to travel a lot out of my body. And when I was traveling, I was going to all kinds of different places, diving, scuba diving, and coral reefs, all kinds of stuff. But I visited this one place one time, and I knew it was near like Italy because I kept seeing like all kinds of canals and things like that, like Venice. I remember going to Venice and things. But I had this dream when I woke up. It was a glass building. It was like a shopping place, but you could look up and it was all glass ceilings and stuff. It was beautiful. It was like a crystal room or something, like building. And I ended up finding it. It was called the Crystal Palace. In search for the glass building that was in my dream, I found it. It is the Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II. It is Italy's oldest active shopping center or shopping gallery and major landmark of Milan in Italy. Named after the first king of Italy, it was designed in 1861. It opened in 1877. Victor Emmanuel II of Italy. He was king of Sardinia from 1849 until 17th of March, 17 March 1861, when he assumed the title of king of an independent united Italy since the 6th century, a title he held until his death in 1878. He worked to free Italy from foreign control and become a central figure of the movement for Italy's Italian unification. He was considered the soul of Italy. That was an amazing dream, and I remembered that dream so much. It was such a beautiful place that I had went to. And I thought, you know, when I had this dream, uh, it was in, I'm trying to find a date, 2022, and it was in March. I started doing a lot of dreaming. This was March 3rd. I had a nightmare, and it was about a big giant. But yeah, and I met somebody too in that dream that is in this space. Um, but I started getting those, and I started getting visions of huge ships with sails waving high in the air and a herd of white horses running free on the other side. I was basically jumping into multi dimensions. And for months, I was experiencing these dreams. And when the glass thing came, it was very interesting because, we are in the midst of the same thing as Italy went through when they tried to set themselves free, which I thought was very interesting because most of my dreams are metaphors. They're metaphors of things that are happening in our now space, but it gives you a different metaphor. And I felt that story of the Crystal Palace was very significant uh, because he was considered the soul of Italy. He freed them. He was in the movement for the Italian. Uh, and this is where we are here. This is where we were in 2021. It started in 2019, 20, 21. It just kept escalating. And basically, that's what we were in. Now, I'm wondering if that was me in another lifetime or if I was someone with them in another lifetime. But I remember going to Italy so much at that time in my dreams. And I've never traveled out of the United States other than Canada. And that was just going across to Niagara Falls. So yeah, I can't tell you anything about Italy or other than what I'd read or see. So it was interesting how I dreamt about the freedom movement in Italy and the glass palace, and it's still there too. It's beautiful. I don't think there's anything else. I just wanted to touch base on some of the dreams that I was having because I did see him drowning people in hospitals. I've seen a lot of things that were going on in our now space, and it was in a metaphor in my dream space. So I knew what they were up to and I knew what they were doing before they were doing it. So if that makes sense. So let's get into the reading because I've yammered enough, but I really don't cover my dreams, and I'm really a dreamer that the dreams come true, but not always. Lately, I've been dreaming, but I'm not bringing as much back. So I'm not meant to bring it back. I am working in dream space and astral travel. But if I don't remember it, then I'm not meant to bring it back. Now, everybody dreams, so just remember that. You do dream every night. Um, we got the Four of Fire. This is the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. This is one of my favorite ones. And this is an action card. Concentrate, focus, energy, application, practice, increase skill, work ethic, focus mind, emotion, and deliberate action, creating impetus and momentum. Devote time to regular practice. Be willing and prepared. Pay your dues. Something is falling short of its target. It symbolizes a warning that something may be falling short of its target. Despite all cautions and cares, something may be about to go awry and not as planned. You may or may not be able to determine the cause, but just in case, it is time for scrutiny and double checking. Maybe a little adjustment here and there can get things heading in the right direction once more. Now is not the time for complicity. Be vigilant and prepare to act as needed. Yeah, if you look at this card, this is a fire card and this is an action card, and they are looking at the precision of what they're getting ready to release that bow on. And she has the hawk above her, the eye of the hawk. So to me, this is telling me to pay attention to something, close attention to something. And the clarifier card, which I think is very strange with that action card, we got the Ace of Cups, which is love. So open your heart and trust. You need not be overwhelmed by emotion. Just be open to what comes to you. This ace brings your heart's desire as you find fulfillment through an artistic pursuit. or a new relationship. You may create a baby that is your project, a new business, a book, planting a garden, or decorating your home. This card, along with the Queen of Ocean, see page 17, reveals pregnancy, motherhood, and joy. The ace, while being a positive card, can also bring emotions that feel overwhelming. Okay. Now I know why we got this card. Okay, this card, if this is the clarifier for this action card, and this is talking about motherhood and fertility, this is like a parent. This is like someone watching what's going to happen and paying close attention to what they love around them. That signifies that. The next card we got was the Eight of Earth. And, I just love, she is just growth and manifestation, accomplishment, success, abundance, wealth, appreciation. And that reminds me, we're playing with our inner child when we come in here, and we are hitting the magic manifestation like button. And when we do, we want to manifest something, we want to practice with it. So make a wish that something you want to manifest and play with it. When you meditate, say it a couple times, say it 3 or 4 times, say it out loud. I would really love to have a night out, or I would really love to have gas money for Friday, anything, just something small, but play with it. It's time to play with our inner child and get that back. Dance, sing, love, whatever you want to do. Be the masculine, feminine, and inner child, and practice balancing those out during a day. When you're at the job and you have to be a strong voice, be the masculine, whether you're male or female. But if you have someone that you need to show compassion to and love, then be the feminine, even though you're male or female. Be the feminine part of yourself, the compassionate part. And then when people want to play and build a sandcastle, be the inner child and build a sandcastle. When you do all that, you'll find that you're balancing everything out and you're just falling back in love with yourself. It's that childlike. That was the innocent, pure childlike. But this to me is accomplishment, success, abundance, wealth, appreciation. Success, wealth, and love. Do what you love and love what you do. Make plans for the future, a time of abundance ahead. Confidence in a future outcome. Do not rest your laurels. Money does not buy happiness. Lose the lack mentality. Yeah, we can't go around saying, I don't have any money. I can't. Even though we may not have any money, okay, may not have much in the bank, but don't keep emphasizing on it. Just feel the gratitude around you and things will flow to you. We have to kind of reverse the psychology that has been indoctrinated into our mind, that we can't have a beautiful day unless we have money, or we're traveling, or we're doing this, or we're doing that. Why can't we have a beautiful day and just go out and do something? Go out and have a conversation. Go take pictures. Go plant something. Anything can be a beautiful day. And I feel that we are going to have some amazingly beautiful days, but I just feel that right now it doesn't feel so amazingly beautiful because everything's going on around us is like hectic and crazy. But it will mellow out. We've just got to hold the line, and we better ride the storm out a little bit longer. The Eight of Earth symbolizes success, wealth, and love, the manifestation of a positive attitude, doing what you love and loving what you do. This is a very optimistic card, one that suggests a time of abundance, fruitfulness, and a good harvest ahead. A peaceful, happy home, career. You know what? Right now, we are planting seeds born of past planting are growing well. And you can be confident that the outcome you need will manifest. This can also be a good time to think about taking the next leap. Rather than resting in your laurels, you have it within you to go further and reach greater heights if you desire, especially if you remain committed to doing everything to the best of your ability. The Eight of Earth signifies a time to look to, acknowledge, and celebrate your success, and perhaps to start making new plans for the future as well. Yeah, we are all going through these motions right now. My husband's basically getting done with his shed, and it absolutely looks amazing. He did a beautiful job. And we just went out and bought some sunflowers, and I told him, I said, I have some gigantic sunflowers, and I'd really like to plant some sunflowers along your garage. And he's like, yeah, let's go for it. So we're redoing our place after the devastation. And sometimes, you feel that, hey, you don't have much money, you can't do much. But we try to make it the best that we can. And with what little we may have, we try to make it the best we can. And that's all we can do. But we have to show gratitude. Even though we don't have nothing, we still have to show gratitude to the Creator. He loves it when we're grateful. Now, with this, we got the Fool, new beginnings. The Fool is the tarot's dreamer. He takes a spectacular dive from a cliff top into an enchanted ocean, not knowing what lies beyond. His youth and his dreams will lead him into deep water of discovery. While this is the beginning of a great adventure, the merman's journey also involves a risk. Will he survive his ordeal? A small dolphin who knows these waters well acts as his guide. You are on the brink of a new path in life, and a wonderful opportunity awaits. Now is the time to follow your destiny in work and in relationship. Before you follow your heart's desire, pay attention to two things. Be practical and check that your dream is tangible and realistic, and listen to your intuition, which, like the dolphin, will safely guide you forward. Keep the focus on your goals rather than be distracted by others' opinions and needs. This is your time to reinvent yourself, and there's a bright future ahead in exciting new territory. The Fool can also show a physical journey over land or sea. Look before you leap, and if you like what you see, dive right in. That is a perfect one for this, because she says, do what you love and love what you do. So if you're thinking about doing something you love and you love to do it, dive right in. That's the Fool. It's kind of like the wild card of the tarot. Now we got another fire. We get the Five of Fire, and this is rivalry, competition, aggression, bullying, conflict, discord, chaos, and obstacles. This is where we are right now, people. This is what is outside of us. The Five of Fire symbolizes a need to address a belief that your idea is unique and that nobody has ever thought or acted on a concept prior to you. There are over 7 billion people living on this beautiful blue-green planet, and many among them may have shared similar experiences and moments that have them thinking in a very similar way. Remember, it is not the idea that is unique, but the manner in which the idea is expressed. Your perception is unique, and if you are not simply copying another, then the form in which you express your creativity will be unique also. Do not attack another just because they have had the same idea or are influenced by the same or similar beliefs and goals. They have just as much right to express an idea as you do, even if it is similar to your own. There is room for everyone. Instead of worrying about what others are doing, focus on creating something of quality, offer a high level of service, and most of all, be a visionary and express what you see in your mind's eye with skill and clarity. That is a great perception of that card. There's nothing new under the sun. So if you think you have that idea, somebody else has done it, but you need to put your unique spin on it because nobody else is you. Get it? Now we got the 10 of Cups, and that's completion after the chaos. after the thinking that we have the best idea in the world and we didn't make it our unique way, we just went like everybody else. We don't want to do that. Don't do that, because everybody else's just sold like everybody else's. It wasn't your unique idea and you. The Ten of Cups, love grows and bonds deepen in romance while your social family connection grow and thrive. Anything you do with others is favored now, from celebration to team sports. Any old disagreements are overcome and in the spirit of togetherness. Children thrive and your home is a hive of activity. Equally, you enjoy prosperity and work success. An additional meaning of this 10 is finding your dream home and having children. You can feel blessed for the life you have. It's time to celebrate. That's what I just said. You can either feel blessed for the life you have and do the best with the life you have, or you can feel like the world sabotaged you and you deserve so much more than you got. We can all play the victim very easily. What we want to play is the hero. We want to be the hero of our story, not the victim. And a victim mentality means your whole story was victimhood. And we've all been a victim of something. We just need to go on. This is a great card. And I can see where this is going now more than ever when I read and I thought about these cards. This is the Ten of Earth, and this is harmony, highest ideas, rewards, inner peace, authenticity, grace, look within. A time of reward, everything is coming together. Move through life with certainty. Understand your place of purpose. Do not be daunted by change. Strength gained from experience. Why do you feel a lack? Dissatisfaction and discomfort. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that with people right now. I'm feeling like they feel a lack, and it's like the money thing. And I don't want people to feel that way. I want you to plant stuff and have your place beautiful, even though it may not be amazing. It's your place and it's your safe haven, and make it as beautiful as you want to make it. You have every reason to be happy, and yet the Ten of Earth symbolizes an element of dissatisfaction or uneasiness. Everything has manifested as you had as you had hoped. Still, you feel that something is missing. The appearance of this card symbolizes a need to determine the source of your discomfort. And if there is no external cause or reason, it is time to look within. Now, what I can say about this card is she took the mask off. She's been walking around with the mask on, and she took it off, and the deer's looking at her, and she's got sparkles, and she's got her little dragon here. She looks confident, but she also looks like, what are they seeing, and do I feel comfortable about taking this mask off? And I think that's a lot of our problems, is being in harmony. It's dedication to service and friends. But the Ten of Earth is an affirming card. It appears in a reading to signify a time of reward, and it also asks, have you embraced the highest of ideas to lead a fulfilling life spent doing something you love and love what you do? So you are the only one that can think about that question. Are you doing something you love, and are you loving what you do? And if you're not, maybe you need to reevaluate what you're doing in your life, because we're all going through that right now. And the clarifier for that was the Three of Pentacles recognition, and that's telling me that this has been a divine message again. When we get the three, that means to really pay attention to things, because you don't always get a three, but lately we have been getting the three, and that's the Trinity. That's the divine number. It is time for acknowledgement as your work receives positive attention, whether making a speech, organizing an event, or demonstrating your skills to others. Your success is public rather than private. On the home front, this three can show that now is the time to make your home presentable. so you can sell it or renovate or decorate your property. Whatever you do now, you can take pride and your work will have a lasting effect. Show off your work and be proud of your achievement. Further success is this card. This is reputation, learning, skill, performance, reward, completion, and security. Yeah, I just said me and my husband are going to plant some sunflowers near our garage, and he's going to get the fence cleaned and looking new. And there's just things he's talking about doing some graphics on the fence, some like wildflowers and stuff. You don't have to look like you're broke, even though you may not have a lot of money. We are not money people. We don't have a lot of money, but we're making the things that we have, we repurpose them and make them beautiful again. My husband has done that so many times, and so have I. And that's what we need to do. We need to create and be the creators. We don't need a lot of glitzy stuff to make us happy. So well, some people might, but I'm not that way at all. Now, we got we got this the other day. Let me find it. The 11 of air, body and mind, but it came up in reverse. Came up like this. So I'm going to read the reverse. The 11 of air has a very simple and direct meaning. If it appears in your reading today, it is like the upright meaning, symbolizes a potential imbalance that needs to be addressed. I feel that in this reading, that there is an imbalance, that someone is getting ready to have recognition. This is the divine message, okay? Let me go over these a little bit because I'm going to put the pieces kind of together. Now, you need to really pay attention. With this card, this is telling you to focus and look how the fire and they're looking at their target. And you got the Ace of Cups with that, which is love. So, and this is family and love and things like that. So you're focusing on something that you love, okay? And then you got the Eight of Earth. And she's telling you to do what you love and love what you do, okay? And this is the Fool, New Beginnings. This is like the Joker card. This is either your choice to make it or break it and to do what you love and love what you do. Now, there will be some kind of conflict, but you can overcome it because there is a completion coming with 10 of Cups. There might be a conflict in your mind of how to go forward with your idea or what you really want to do. I mean, this might not be a totally horrible card, but you will complete it. There will be a completion with it. And the mask is what you need to release, because that's when you get, once you remove the mask and be the real you, that's when you'll get the recognition, the divine message, the Three of Pentacles. And then this is upside down. We got this the other day, but this is an imbalance that you need to address. So once you took the mask off and you got the recognition, you felt out of balance because you've been wearing that mask so long. It was an old thing. Shed the old. Put yourself back in balance, body, mind, and soul. Do some meditation. Realize that you are so special without the mask. You can't even imagine. Because the Page of Wands reminds me of the inner child, and that's creativity. The page is charming and chatty, and he brings great news about creative projects, travel plans, and new work in relationships. He or she reveals a fun flirtation. An additional meaning of this card is the influence of a creative person, a writer, actor, artist, dancer, or musician, or that you are discovering your creative potential. Now is the time to express yourself in words, pictures, dance, music, or through any other creative pursuit you enjoy. Messages, travel, news, communication, new work, expression, transition, and entertainment. Yeah, I just said we are going to create the world that we want to live in and our life that we want to live in. We are the storytellers. We are the creators of our own story, and everybody's stories will piece together as we create them. Wow, that was great. Now I know why we got this one. This is the practical magic. And we got a number 18, which is a 7, and it's set boundaries, Lady Avalon. She has wings there, and she's like guarding the castle because you're crossing her boundaries. What are your boundaries? Having clear boundaries, guarding your time, and being able to say no is an honoring of self and will protect you from burnout, resentment, and despair. You don't, hopefully, need to wield a sword to defend yourself, but it is vital that you put limits on your time and set boundaries on your personal space and energy. Your time is precious and your energy is infinite, and you must respect yourself and your time before anyone else will. Develop boundaries, and enforcing them will create freedom for you with more energy, time, and self-respect, and will result in more enjoyment of what you do choose to do. Allowing others to take advantage of your precious time can lead to exhaustion and resentment, and saying yes when your heart is screaming no diminishes you. This doesn't mean you should refuse to ever do anything for anyone, or never respond when friends ask for help, or turn down every opportunity you're offered. You should absolutely say yes when you want to do something, but don't be a martyr. This card indicates that you need to put some boundaries in place or start saying no for the sake of your own health and well-being. And it's a reminder to never feel guilty for prioritizing your time and your family and friends, your passion, projects, or whatever it is that is most important to you. I have this feeling that our world is going to get so much busier that we aren't going to want to give our time away freely for nothing. To ensure you have enough news, itching like crazy. What's that mean? That means somebody's talking about me? You guys talking about me? No, it's the moss on these trees. We've got moss. It didn't bother me the first few years, but boy, I'll tell you what, this year, whoo, like itchy, my face, my eyes run. It's horrible. To ensure you have enough time and energy for your own life and your own dreams, you must release your need to please and your subconscious desire to sacrifice yourself in order to win approval and appreciation from others. Ironically, most people will actually like and respect you more if you do set boundaries. You won't win a prize for being the last one at work every night, the person who always says yes, the one staying up all night to complete a project. You just end up being the one everyone else dumps their extra tasks on, while they go home and live their lives and repeatedly sacrifice your time and energy to comfort and reassure a friend who then swans off with someone else as soon as you've made them feel better. Well, will only leave you drained mentally and physically. Everyone deserves to have their time, talent, and efforts recognized. Learning to say no and vocalizing your boundaries is a step towards that. Once you start respecting yourself and the things that are important to you and insist that other people respect them too, they will. Your relationships will also improve as they'll be based on honesty and truth. The thing is, you're not doing the other person any favors if you agree to do something you don't want to do. They'd prefer you to say no if that's how you feel. It's also important to understand that when you say yes to something you don't want to do, you're saying no to things you really do want to do. Dreams you want to pursue or precious time with loved ones. Saying no when you don't want to do something will make the yes more joyous, Respect your time and insist that others do too, and you'll be free of the regret, bitterness, and simmering resentment that can dull your shine, and instead feel empowered and in control of your life. Yeah, I used to be one that loved to be around friends. Well, you think everybody's your friend, you grew up with people, you've had them for friends forever, but you were the only one putting yourself in that friendship because when you quit coming around or you moved, friendship ended. So I always put things into different perspectives when I think about putting myself in a spot where I don't want to be. And I just don't do it anymore. I just say no. If I don't feel I want to go spend the day with a bunch of people that I don't know and I don't feel comfortable with, and I don't go. It's as easy as that. But I used to be, I feel comfortable with everybody. I do love everybody, but that doesn't mean I'm comfortable with everybody. The Soul Helper Oracle, we got two that came out and I kept them because we only get one. But there has been so many ancestors around right now that I can feel it, and I think you feel it too. And the guardian angels are around us right now also. And when these two cards come out, I knew that they had to be out together. We got a 38, which is an 11, which is a master number. A light-filled angel is at your side. It watches over you at every dark doorway. And there's the angel wings, the white feathers. And I've been telling you, I felt that our spirit guides, our ancestors, our angels were all around us right now because this is a time that we really need them in this lifetime. The path of your soul is the path full of light. But here in the world, the danger of being led astray by darkness lurks everywhere. You have drawn this as a card of protection. Place it somewhere visible over the course of the next few days. It represents a warning. Be aware of the actions you take. Stay centered and ideally do not go out. Avoid conversation where they are not necessary. Try to postpone as much as possible until next week. Do not let anger or other low energies influence your decision. You would regret it bitterly and perhaps even lose something of great value. Do not make any decisions this week. Be brave, clever, and smart. Trust your feelings more than your intellect. Put your trust in the angel at your side. Be sensitive to the balance of emotions in your heart. Acknowledge your lies and let them go. Your helpers for the next 21 days, the power animals, the panther, the herbal essence oil is the rose, healing crystals, the tiger eye, and the master number is 11. I've got something to tell you too. On my Telegram, Ghost Ezra posted, do not fly on airplanes right now. And that made me think of that. And I'm very, very glad that I did. It says, do not do anything right now. Do not travel on a plane right now. We are going to read the master number 11. The digit of double numbers or master numbers 11, 22, 33, and etc. are not usually added together, but instead are regarded as having twice the power of a particular number. Give yourself the time to allow the number of the card to resonate through your light body. Visualize it in front of your heart and let it circle around your body. Don't try to control this, but instead simply observe where the number wants to go. Its position may bring important information. That was a great message. And this is a 1 also. This is a 10. Feel the power of your blood and your ancestors. You are not alone. And I thought that was a very interesting card that came out with this one, telling us with the master number that doubles the power to focus and listen to the messages from the ancestors. An old saying describes an unshakable bond when it tells us that blood is thicker than water. You have drawn this card in order to remember your ancestors. They are not merely an unwavering source of strength playing a key part in your destiny, but also a great source of knowledge and wisdom. You are connected to all your ancestors through your blood. Feel it pushing in your veins. Do not disown them, but instead walk in their footsteps. Honor and respect your roots. Think about the people in your family who have gone before you. One of them wants to contact and guide you. Listen to their advice. It will come from a place of love that is older than our earth. The ranks of your ancestors, including priests, priestesses, shamans, healers, holy women, and bearers of true knowledge. Listen out for them. Be attuned to them. Someone is calling your name. Your family tree is strong. It contains all the answers you seek. You are not alone or isolated, but are surrounded by those who have gone before. Try to establish a link with this realm and accept the blessings that come from within it. Sensing that your ancestors wish to teach you, you can always call on them for strength and wisdom. You are not alone. Your helpers for the next 21 days is the power animals, the jaguar. The herbal essence is the magnolia blossom. The healing crystal is the garnet, and the number is 1. Let's read what a 1 is. Number 1 tells you that you are a magician, priestess, and that now and then you require solitude in order to fully develop the capabilities within you. You need solitude now in particular in order to receive your vision from a spiritual teacher. Clearly, when without compromise, number 1 promises success and a deep bond of the heart. It will teach you to feel the moment of creation within you and to perceive yourself as a spiritual being. Its energy field is the beginning, the absolute being, the sum of all possibilities, the pure spirit of the subtle world. Yeah, that is a warning, folks. That is telling us to be very careful, pay attention, don't fly, don't travel right now, stay put for a little while. We've got some things going on, and those are warnings. Now, we got the messenger oracle, and for some unknown reason, this one keeps coming out, and I know why. Be patient, because that is what we don't have. We don't have patience. Now is not the time to act. Now is a time to show self-restraint, to be patient and wait. Do not let your desire for an outcome or resolution result in one that is not to your liking, because you forced it to manifest before it was time. Trust that all will be as it is meant to be. When it is meant to be still, let go of all frustrations and impatience, and remember that good things come to those who wait. Yeah, we cannot be impatient. I get it. We want it done now. We're ready for it now, and we're over it, but it's not there yet. Surrender to the flow. I love, this is one of my favorite cards out of this because I love ladybugs. I think they remind me of my great grandma, and they're just so lucky. Surrender to the flow. Through choice and action, you can steer the course of your life, but sometimes a need to control every outcome can have you caught up in a whirlpool instead of moving forward. You may move in the direction of your choosing, but it may not be the direction in which you need to journey. Loosen your grip, surrender yourself to the flow, and trust that you will find yourself exactly where you need to be. We got that the other day, that we are exactly where we need to be at the time we're here. And this is an amazing card. This is we are all connected. We are dependent upon others for life. If we destroy the very thing upon which we depend, we too shall perish. We are all connected. We are all one. Do harm to the natural world, and you do harm to yourself. You are more than just a part of the human race. You are a child of Gaia. You are a brother and sister to all life and living things. Love them as you love yourself. Sustain them as you sustain yourself. Yeah, this is a beautiful card. If you can see, this is the sun right here. You got the human, and you got the animals. You got the wolf, the butterfly, and the owl. And you got the full moon right here. And then you've got the tree of life with the purple and gold dragon and the Celtic knot up here. So that is all of us. And I absolutely, this is a favorite card of mine too. And it's Seek Your Answers Within. And it's the bear. And the bear has this beautiful eye on fire with the heart down here in his heart space and the third eye bright and open. He's a very wise bear. If you find yourself confused, your intuition and inner voice drowned it out by the answers, wisdom, and advice of others, then it is time for you to step away, withdraw to a place of solitude. Like the bear, it is time for you to hibernate, to go within and seek the void, and to embrace the silence that dwells within. Within that silence are the answers to your questions, and because they are answers born of your truths, they will be answers that move you forward instead of holding you still. Yeah, that is a great message for us. Angels and Ancestor Oracle. And I thought this was pretty interesting because we got the Sagiest the other day in the other tarot deck. And now we have Be Devoted and Committed the Sage. Again, we had 3 wise men in the last 2 days, our elders, our ancestors. Be willing to go the whole road and back again. This will allow you to be the best you can possibly be. Inspired by the Hindu cave dwellers and yogis of the Himalayas, the sage represents the wise one within. When this card arises, it shows that you are prepared to become a great and insightful teacher to your peers. It guides you to take notes as the wandering yogi is on this card. Because your knowledge and life experiences can impart incredible insight to those with whom you come into contact, this card is also about observation and becoming more aware of who you are and all of your inner workings, because that awareness can bring more clarity to your decision. Devotion is a powerful energy right now. Angels and ancestors want to acknowledge how committed you are to your growth. Your continued dedication to this aspect of your life has been recognized, and your understanding that you are not only a body, but also a soul is all you need to continue growing and expanding. The energy of the oneness is offering itself to you now, and it's important that you take some time to integrate it all so that you can be supported and guided by it. This is what the divine wants for you. Make a note of experience or teachers make themselves known to you at this time, because you are going to share those teachings one day too, like I'm doing right now, sharing the teachings that I have learned because I love you all and I want you to learn the teachings your way, not my way. So anything, if you jive with my energy, we're cool. If you don't, I'm cool too. You might not pick up my frequency. It's okay. We're all good. I don't get offended when somebody says, I just didn't get you. It's okay. Sometimes I don't get myself, but then I go meditate and then I get it. Mora. Spiritual force field. Protective light is surrounding you. You are safe. Safe harbor. Safe in the storm. We are safe. El Mora, or simply Mora, is a name that was used to protect the identity of Ranbir's son, a spiritual, aware, and connected Sikh man who was born into a powerful family that ruled Kashmir in the Indian subcontinent in the 19th century, and is said to have intervened both spiritually and physically to stop the British invasion of the reign in 1845. This wise soul is now able to help us block and remove any energies that is coming to us that is not serving our connection to God. This wise spiritual guide works closely with the angelic realms and can help us understand in something or someone in alignment to goodness and truth or not. He helps us connect to our inner teacher, the part of ourselves that has never left the heart of Source. A powerful spiritual force field of light is surrounding you at this time. It's important to let go of any dramas or energies that aren't serving you. Remove yourself from situations that are heavy or draining. Retreat from harsh people and places so that you can feel safe and connected with what is important to you and will lead to the ascent of your soul. You are being guided to remember that there is a powerful light within you that has the ability to teach you many lessons in order to connect with this light. It's important to be able to let down your defenses, and Mora and angels of light are here to help you determine who in your world has your best interests at heart and who has ulterior motives. Trust in what you know, what you feel, and most importantly, what is being revealed to you now. Yeah, that's a great card because there is a lot of stuff being revealed to us. My nose is just driving me crazy tonight. Oh, so we got Gateway of Light activation. And you know what we got? Shambhala, initiation, retreating to recharge, turning in the process, Dharma. Shambhala, also known as Shangri-La, is a city of light, said to be hidden somewhere in the Himalayan near Tibet. According to teachings, this etheric retreat is where we can come in contact with some of the greatest spiritual adepts, enlightened teachers, and divine masters to ever walk the earth. In Buddhism and Hinduism, Shambhala is said to be the home of the teacher Shiva and of Buddha's enlightened beings. And the Bon tradition, every year, thousands make a pilgrimage to Mount Kailash and supposed location of the hidden city, as this is said to bring good fortune. We can visit the etheric retreat of Shambhala during the dream state, astral travel, and meditation. If you feel it is calling you, or that the energies of this gateway seem familiar, you may have been there before. The golden temple of Shambhala sits in the heart of the Himalayas, between the physical and non-physical, and is said to appear to seekers who are ready to expand their awareness. It is the sacred energetic temple of all enlightened masters, particularly those who are connected to the Eastern tradition. They form a great galactic and universal council of elders who support the turning of the wheel of Dharma. Is a Sanskrit word that relates to the unfolding of our life path. When things quieten down in your life, know that this isn't a failure, but an opportunity to retreat and recharge. In the busyness of the physical world, our spirit is often playing catch up with our body to the point that it gets used to being overactive and overworked. When the great master of Shambhala come to you, they are encouraging you to take time to be away from the outer world and dive into the inner world. If you have been moving full speed ahead, this gateway encourages you to slow down and retreat. Take time to gather your energy, spend time in meditation and reflect in order to gain a clearer awareness of your current situation. You will uncover many insights and gifts during this period. Realize that there is a master awakening within. Yeah, Shambhala, I also looked up Shambhala when I first got it. And the story is that a boy set out on a journey up into the snow-capped Himalayan mountains looking for Shambhala. And he came across the hermit. And the hermit says, "Boy, what are you doing alone going through these snow-covered mountains?" He says, I'm in search of something. I'm looking for Shambhala." And the hermit says, "Oh, well, that's easy. You're there." He says, "What do you mean?" He says, "Shambhala is within your heart." So basically, they went looking and people disappeared and all kinds of stuff because Shambhala was always within them. They were looking on the outside, and that's the biggest mistake we can ever make. This card was really cool. Now, this is the human spirit, and this one is a number 30, which is a 3, divine message against the clock. You know, for some unknown reason, I've been putting a lot of clocks on my graphics, as you notice. And in somewhere in my journal 2 years ago, I kept saying tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. It's coming back to me now. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. So I don't know what's going on with the clock. It's like time is stopping or something or reversing. So that's why I've been putting clocks on my thing. And now we've got against the clock again. Time flies when you're having fun. Well, ain't this the truth? Time is a strange thing. Some people say life is short, but it is the longest thing you'll ever do. Are you procrastinating? Perhaps you have a deadline that needs to be met and you have waited until you are fighting with time to get things completed. Time is precious, so use it wisely. Do what needs to be done so you can enjoy the moment in between the fullest without stressing your time crunch. Yeah, are we always stressing for more time? Yeah, he's pretty cool looking. He's got the timepieces all over him. But, time is a man-made construction to keep us busy, active, and looking all over the place. Now, you know what? I think we had a beautiful reading tonight. I think or today. It's tonight for me. It's, let's see, it's 12:30. I just got done with my midnight meditation and I did this and it was 12:30 when I started this and now it's like 1:30. So we've been going almost an hour, I think. I don't know. I lost track of time because I had to pause it a couple times. Oh, excuse me. I'm tired, but I did get it done for Suddenly Saturday. Hit the likey manifestation magic button and make your wish, practice manifestation. Hit the comment, come back, tell us about it. I read all the comments. I love you guys' comments. I love all my soul family, and I love everybody. And may every step in your journey be magical. And you know what? Just be you.